Now the last time we were in Pune for Bajaj, it was the N250 and the F250. Now those were two new product launches for the company after a very long time. But that's not what made it important. It was the first product in the company's third gen platform. And following is going to be a lot of Pulsars coming its way. So this one, what we have with here today, is the second in line, the N160. So today, as the rain pours down on us, we're going to be looking at what the motorcycle is all about and what it brings to the table.
Look, okay, she sending pics of me before they hit the ground. All night we run them numbers on a fitness app. This a cricket match, couple day affair with your wife. You think she leaving with my hoodie? Told her give it back. Stop off at the hometown, looking like I'm still the man. I see some epitomes of what it's like to finish last. I wonder what it's like to drop and ain't feeling that. Been through a lot, but I ain't never had to deal with that.
Now, if you're talking about the design, as you can see, it really looks a lot similar to the N250, and that's because all of its elements have been directly borrowed from the elder sibling. So, at the front, you get a tri-LED headlight that comes with eyebrow DRLs. You get a chunky tank with a lot of shrouds. You get a split seat, which is first in its segment, and also at the back, you get sleek LED tail lights as well.
Overall, all the elements look quite proportionate and is packed in a tight and compact package, which does look neat.
Now, if you're talking about the product quality, then we are talking about new Pulsars, which means it's not going to be much of a problem. The switchgear materials are premium, the paint finish is superior, so all in all, this really looks like a segment above. Now this chassis, the cycle parts, everything has been borrowed from the N250, and Bajaj is touting the N160 as the entry-level sports bike. So let's get inside the motorcycle and see what the riding posture is all about. You get a wide handlebar that is low slung. You get foot pegs that are neutrally set, which won't be a hassle in city traffic. And if you're talking about long-term commutes, I think this won't be a pain in the back as well. Now, if you're talking about the heart of the matter, this one is powered by a 165cc oil-cooled engine that delivers 15.4 bhp and 14.1 Newton meters of torque. And if you're talking about its behavior, now we have ridden the motorcycle in hardcore city urban conditions and it behaved like a good kid. The torque is meaty at the bottom end of the RPM range, which makes the bike a bit more exciting, and those overtakes, not much of a hassle at all. So all in all, as an urban bike, this one scores well.
The power tapers in the top end and the N160 seems to be gasping for breath towards the 7000 RPM mark in the top gear. This heart is mated to a 5-speed transmission. While the setup did feel slick most of the time, there were a handful instances of false neutral as well as the higher cogs that did not slot properly.
Now, if you're talking about cycle parts, it gets the same elements as its elder sibling. You get a telescopic suspension at the front and monoshock at the back. Now, if you're opting for the dual channel ABS version, the forks at the front are going to be chunkier. If we have to talk about the suspension, we have put the motorcycle through some very tricky conditions today in the city with potholes and whatnot, and the bike has not flinched. It absorbs heavy potholes like a charm and doesn't communicate with your back as much.
The N160 rides on 100 section tires at the front and 130 at the back. The tires did feel quite confident, inspiring, even during torrential rains as well as uncertain road conditions.
Now, in terms of braking apparatus, it gets a 300mm disc at the front and 230 at the back. And we have been riding the entire day through some wet conditions, and this bike has not flinched. Even during heavy braking, the bike stays composed, and that's a good thing.
Now the features department is where the N160 loses most of its points. Unlike say the Apache, which gets a fully digital instrument cluster with connectivity features as well, the Pulsar ships with the old analog tachometer and digital speedo. Now don't get us wrong, but the unit shows all the vital information, and for a person like me who does not depend much on such tech trickeries on a motorcycle, it doesn't feel like a deal breaker. Although in the market, this deficiency will definitely be noted.
Now, if I have to conclude my experience on the N160, let me just start by telling you that personally for me, the single channel ABS concept has always seemed like a half-hearted attempt at making a bike more safe. And Bajaj wins at that front because this one is the first in its segment to come with dual channel ABS. Prices start at rupees 1.22 lakh rupees ex-showroom, which is very similar to its segment rival and the segment leader, the TVS Apache 164V. So all in all, Its urban-friendly persona, the design that it carries, and as well as its safety means that Bajaj has a good proposition in its hands. I'm Anirudh, you are watching AutoX, and if you have any queries regarding to the motorcycle, make sure you comment and we will reply to it. Till then, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell notification icon so the best automotive content comes to you first.
Couple day affair with your wife, you think she leaving with my hoodie, told her give it back. Stop off at the hometown.